Hi, it's me, Crystal from crystalpowder.com, and today I'm going to show you how to put your Iwata Eclipse, the gravity-fed one, together. Last time I showed you guys how to do the siphon-fed, but today it's gravity-fed time, which means it's just the cup on top, which gravity feeds down, which helps you get the paint out and all over my gun. But anyways, I've taken it apart already, so let's just put it back together. Okay, so as you see, I have all the parts here. If your gun is apart, it probably looks something like this. So the first thing what I like to do is grab the tip, which I don't see. Oh, because it's in here. Sometimes it'll get stuck in here when you take it out. There it goes. Okay, now it really should look like this. Okay, so we grab the tip, and I like to put the little tiny one in on the very top. That's just the littlest, tiniest thing that goes into the tip. So there's like two tips, like a bigger tip and a little tip, but they both need to be together for the gun to work. So, okay, I'm going to put this little one, it screws inside here, but it's so hard. So remember, make sure that you're on a flat surface in front of you and that you have something like some kind of material that won't let your supplies like bounce or roll off. I'm just using a t-shirt. It's working fine. So let me go back to screwing this little thing in, and it's really kind of hard. So make sure you have something to grab it in case it falls. I have to grab it better. Okay, let me see. It's kind of easier to do it like that. Okay. Yay, I got it. Okay, so I only have to put it in hand tight right now. And then I'm going to put it in here. Alright, so that's where this goes. Then I want to get the guard. Bolt guard. I don't know what it's called, but I just know how to put it together. Okay. And then this, you want to use, like, mine came with a wrench. I don't know where it is exactly right now, but I just put it really tight with my hands, and it's fine, because I usually end up taking it off and on, because I use it a lot, so I clean it a lot. Alright, so that's on. So now that this is nice and tight, I'm going to grab my little wrench, and I'm going to tighten this up, this little needle head, I guess we would call it. And I don't want to tighten it too tight, I just want to make sure that it stops. Okay? And so now, I'll put this down for a second, and I'll grab the needle guard, which is, this one comes in two parts. You might have gotten a gun that has different types of guards. It's for wide spray, narrow spray. Some claim to have guard. I don't know. I just use what's on there. Doesn't matter. It's only really to protect your needle. I guess you could get different sprays. I don't know. Okay, let's see. So now I'm going to take the needle guard and go ahead and hand tighten it on the top. And just hand tight is fine. It'll work great. Alright, so now what I like to do is grab the trigger. And the trigger, if you notice, if you have an Iwata, it will have a little notch. I know that some of the Pachets don't do that, but I know Iwata has a notch, and that defines which way the trigger will go, and you want the trigger to go as far back as possible, so the notch would go this way. So you want to make sure you get it right here in this little hole. If you can see it, you see that? That's where the trigger, this little thing, needs to go in. And then it has to go a certain way so the trigger notch can be in the back. So this is a little tricky, so it might take a second. Or not. Sometimes it just likes to fall into place. But I like to get it, look and see where I'm going, and squeeze that guy in there. There we go. And we gotta try to feel for the notch, which I can't sometimes get all the time because this thing is crazy. It likes to, I have to get it like level. There we go. There. If you are like parallel to your countertop table, it works easier because then that little notch that has to go in that hole kind of just falls straight down, where I was trying to do it a more difficult way. Anyways, you should push down on the trigger now, and it should go down and come right back up, and then that's when you'll know you're in the right spot. So kind of hold your trigger in place because we don't want it to move, because that was such a pain in the you know what to get in there. Let's not go there again. Alright, so holding it in place now, we need to put this thing in. And I believe this is like the guide for the needle. So you want to make sure that little thing is up. See, that's up. And then we're going to put it in. And that little thing has got to go. You see where it comes out? And then it goes. You see that little? That's got to go right there. That's going to just like help you airbrush. No, that's for the trigger, so it gives it the tension. So that's where the spring comes into place. So put the spring in. We got the spring. Okay, spring. Now we got to screw it all in together. And this doesn't have to be very tight, just hand tight, but you just want to make sure it goes all the way in. Hand tight is good. Then we'll grab our needle. Be very careful. You don't want to ruin the tip. That will mess up your spray. Be careful for your fingers. Let's put the screw to hold the needle in place on. Let's put the needle guard up. And voila! Your Iwata Eclipse is back together. And yes, it does work. Oh, I guess you couldn't see that. See that springy? Beautiful. Thanks for watching. Bye.